Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation, where we bring you all things TCG. My name is Preston. I'm here with Sam. Say hello.
Hello, it's match day, Friday night fights. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we are jumping into OP Sim. We're gonna play a match uh, with some non-set three leaders, but with all of our set three knowledge at least.
Right, yeah, we're playing in the Western meta. We're playing OPO3. If you haven't checked out Sim before, it's always in our description down below. Batsu made this. It's wonderful. It runs very well. Updates happen all the time.
Hmm.
Give it a check out. Matches go pretty quick now.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I haven't played too much Kinemon. I'm pretty excited to get into him. Even when he came out, I think I tried him and didn't feel like I could beat Red very convincingly. Um, but I'm excited to see how this goes. Mm.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Red again.
Yeah, I bet you are. Oof.
Um,
Set three is out here for us. It seems like Westerners do not want to play any form of red, which I respect because that was not the case in the East.
yeah. Yeah, I think we just are tired of it. I know people will play it, and if I'm confident on it, I'll play it. But um, why not? It's disgusting, and everyone hates you when you play it, so you might as well take some wins.
Right, right.
um,
Could I have done that turn differently? Yes, but it's okay.
but yeah, I think a lot of people want to play something different. We're seeing people pick up Crocodile in set three, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
we see a lot of Katakuri so far, which is really cool. I'm happy that Katakuri is getting some attention. I've thought for a while that he isn't as good in set three. And set four he gets really good,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean we play so different. There's so many different play styles that people do here that you could probably just play Katakuri and be fine.
Yeah.
Or
Um.
that was a stupid. Oops. Okay. But yeah, I think that people are tired of red, so there's still going to be people that are going to play it. It's inevitable.
Yeah,
But I think people are trying new things and trying to play the new stuff.
right. And like I said, I think we really just are avoiding red at all costs. I think we really want to not be the curve, which creates harder matchups. You know, it's a little harder to prep for everything when everything is being played. Look at us in set two. We made Magellan work. We saw a significant amount of smokers. Two
Hmm.
leaders that were not present in Eastern format in the slightest.
Nope.
So I'm expecting that again in set three. I'm expecting to see a lot of, don't want to call it weird, but a lot of unexpected
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 30 something leaders at this point for by set three, so uh, there's definitely weird that you can bring. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you can play Kaido still and do okay. You can try to play King and play an interesting deck that's at least going to throw a lot of people off. And when you get into it and you have 10 Dawn, it's going to be super annoying. And that might be enough to tilt someone,
Right.
which is not a bad way to win. A little messed up, but I mean, that's half the game is being able to play against your opponent, and the cards are half the battle.
Right. Right. Fully agree. Oh man, this deck is interesting.
Kinemon, Kinemon.
Send it. You know, interesting. And even in the Eastern format, like we're seeing so many new decks, so many different leaders pop up considering last format, and I'm expecting that to be very similar in the West as well. I think we're gonna I think we're gonna see VVs. I think we'll see crocodiles. I think it's there's a lot of options out there, and we're definitely gonna play them all.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it for a second that there's people already planning on playing all the weird stuff that they want to. And I think it gets really interesting. I don't have a target. In set three,
Right.
or sorry, set four. There's a substantial amount of leaders at that point, and the set four leaders are surprisingly like when we set out and saw that every leader was dual color.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure how that was gonna play out.
Right.
Um, Having so much, it just it's just weird. Their set four leaders are pretty weird. Two of them can't attack,
Mm-hmm.
and just inherently just do not have their own attack. And I thought that was just going to kill him because it killed Iceberg. But now looking back at it, it's not that the lack of attack killed Iceberg. It's the lack of good cards to play in Iceberg.
Right.
A lack of in game in Iceberg. I
Mm-hmm.
think if Iceberg had a Gear 4 Luffy from set 4, just that type of like reaction, anything that was inherently a big drop that ended the game, Iceberg would be good. It would
Mm-hmm.
be its effect feels disgusting. So the fact that it just doesn't have an end game, I think, is hurting it.
Right, and the fact that purple doesn't get very many or at all like universal cards.
Mhm.
There's very few cards that mix well in all purple decks, other
Mhm.
than like what Queen, and I think Miss Sunday has a chance to be a card that we see in a lot of purple decks, but compared to other colors, that's not a lot of really good stuff to bank on.
Mhm.
But yeah, I definitely see a world where purple yellow, especially purple yellow croc. I think that one, just a little more opportunity.
It's interesting anytime I think about yellow too, because it doesn't get any help from the yellow side, so it's strictly relying on being able to play the good, like just play good triggers or a decent 2K from yellow,
Mm-hmm.
and then just play its archetype, play all the cards that came in its set. And I don't know, just thinking about the cards, if it's good enough on its own. Um, but I think the purple stuff coming to Baroque Works is really cool for the blue purple crocodile, which I haven't seen anything of. I'm
No.
surprised that they're not playing that. Disappointed, really, that they're not giving it a chance over there.
Yeah, I think it comes back to the same thing where there's just not a lot of good universal purple cards. I think that really hurts.
Yeah.
But you're it's I always thought that deck was going to be very good when it came out. There's so many things it does well, but here we are. It's
Hmm.
not. It's just kind of hanging around.
Hmm.
Oh man, there's so much stuff here to do. Okay, so
Odin's so nasty.
Odin has some stuff. Yeah. I don't want to go too heavy there, but I have no choice.
I'm happy to see Japan playing a very different meta also. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was worried that I mean Whitebeard and Zoro are still like relevant,
Right.
but people not playing them makes me super happy that they're getting passed up for newer leaders when they're still pretty good. The problem with it really is that Rebecca has that ridiculous end game with
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the Luffy.
Yep. Yeah, and I think a lot of other colors just can't really. There's not a lot to match up with that. Like, even especially since that Luffy's pretty universal. Like, I think there's worlds where that Luffy gets played in other decks that's just not Rebecca. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. ISO. So let's do this. 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 This.
Nice. Nice turn.
Yeah, this deck is spicy. There's a lot of little things in here, but you know, Zoro is Zoro. Oh, and even I've seen more kids pop up. I think we're in a little bit more of a diverse game, even without any like serious Marco hits. I think just the fact that they didn't receive support again was just enough to keep them at bay. But again, that red Luffy deck's lingering. You know, the next more Luffy cards, more Straw Hat cards, that just makes red more and more hard to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to combat. There he is. Yep. It's kind of the card I was worried about.
Yeah, I think I got him off of the life that I took.
Oof.
First life was him, second life was Izo.
So many Marcos.
I mean, I did make that short this week.
Hey, well, watch that short. It's right here. I linked it.
Eight,
It's
9.
This is the way to do it. 10. That's ridiculous.
I think it needs to be 10.
It might need to be 10. There's
At least 10.
There's no more attacks coming out, so let's do that and that.
Yeah, 11 wouldn't have been enough either, so that's problematic.
This is going to be interesting.
You're playing Protect the President with freaking Odin. That's so annoying.
Yes, sir. The boy. It's not Odin if it's not hard boiled. Okay, what
Oh gosh, it's awful.
Not a character I love more than that guy. He's so funny.
Odin's great. Hate that you're playing 8-drop Kid and protecting him right now. That's annoying. You're also running set 1 Secret Yamato, so that it's just sad for me for the rest of the game.
Stay tuned.
Oh no.
Stay tuned. Deck list coming out next Wednesday. Oh no. Kinemon's fun though. There's a lot of things you can do, and I never know which one's the right one to do. I feel like this is definitely always the right one. Let's get some
rude.
Let's get some cards.
Yeah.
How many Marcos does he have? That shit's ridiculous.
All of them.
Okay, that was Okiku. Let's do... Yeah.
8 cards in hand. How many Marcos could I have?
How many Marcos does he have? All of them. The answer is all of them. The fact that he has counter power too is just absolutely frustrating. He's a really cool character though, so I'm really happy his cards are really good. Oh man. So I think the correct place to do this first. Yes, sir.
That was bad. Shouldn't have used that one. I didn't do math.
Ooh, 2 cards, no 1K combos?
Yeah, that's the problem with the math. I was like, oh cool, I'm less than 2 life, I can use rad. Nope, that was dumb. That was dumb.
Marco boy. Mm-mm. 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 Yep. 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 I don't want to give you a card. It's kind of the thought. Like I definitely could restand, and you would take that one, but I kind of don't want you to have that card right now.
It's a very good point.
Yeah, I think this is the smarter play. Hmm. But yeah, Odin's definitely he's definitely the Yamato. You know, there's definitely a little bit of a comparison there.
I'm annoyed that I play like 60 searchers and seen like
Two.
I've used two.
Yeah.
I ditched one. Yeah, I play so many.
Mm-hmm. It's like 12, right?
12, 15.
Ooh.
Because I played the event, Whitebeard event
True.
card.
True. You did see all the Marcos though, so there's definitely some pros and cons here.
Yeah, half of them came out of my life.
Ah.
No, I think I searched one.
You did pull one, yeah. Let's set through
Yeah,
one.
from the ISO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. 7.
This also might be one of those matchups where going first is like really important. And I won the off camera coin toss, baby.
Yup. Um, so let's see.
Maybe that's the good luck from getting absolutely destroyed last set. Mm-hmm. 8. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's too weak. I need to go harder.
Bye-bye.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But how many dons can he spend? Mm-hmm.
let's see that left over for that, which gives. Let's see. It's 9, 6.
Ooh, the 10. Nine. Two left open. Two left open. What does that deck play?
Everything.
I don't know. I'm scared of something that's going to tap her, so let's do that first.
Tap her. I don't think
Or
I
killer.
can.
Killer, yeah.
Yeah.
But this gets a card, maybe. Oof.
Eight.
Yep.
Annoying numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What an annoying number.
Mm-hmm.
Reading me like a freaking book.
Sorry, buddy. I've known you for a long time. Oof, look at you get around the math. Ooh. Guard point.
I figured that's why you did that and not one more.
Mm-hmm.
Because you figured guard point was 3, so it made me still use 2 cards.
Either way.
I left that up.
Even if it was Radical Beam, it was still 2 cards, so.
Yeah.
But I kind of figured it would be 2K since you don't have any more.
Yuck.
Yuck.
I'm curious if I did bad or
It was a tough
if-
match.
It was tough and I didn't get hardly as many searches as I was hoping for.
Yeah.
So
Just it just worked out for me, I think. There's a lot of stuff to tap this Marco, so I have some answers for him. And I
Yeah,
just got to make sure these other Marcos don't run me over.
yeah, and then as soon as kid's on the board, you just I need to get rid of him. So I think I played too soft into him, and that's the biggest thing.
Because a kid, too, it forces you to attach a lot of your Dawn to characters, so you weren't able to play a lot of character cards.
Yeah, and stupidly at some point I had Otamas in my hand, so
Ooh, Otama would have been really good into kid.
I had Otama and Maki Nose, so I could have just played smarter and not worried about them being counter.
Yeah, we have 3 Otamas in our last, charge. You just do 1 or 2, one or 2 on her, and you just remove this kid.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. I forget to play. I see them as 2K counters
Right.
and block them out as usable cards, which is fatal, especially when dealing with kid. You just do whatever you have to get rid of kid.
You gotta get rid of him. You can't let him sit more than 1 turn, and it's,
Yeah.
But but I understand that. But that's the benefit of red. All of their 2Ks are just excellent. They're all wonderful options, and they're definitely 2-dimensional. But all in all, I think going first was probably the big benefactor here. I think me being able to establish board quicker than you, just because I went first. Like playing Odin on that third turn was just. It's hard to come back from that against that deck unless you're running Whitebeard, which I'd imagine you're not.
Oh, I have 2. I saw 1 in a search, I think.
Oof.
Had to pass them because I think it was one of my first searches.
The Eyes of Search.
Not Izo, the other one.
Oh, Dodon.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's just a tough matchup. I think there's not a lot of people running stuff to necessarily insta-remove Kid. Like, we're not really running Jet Pistol like we were. That's probably mostly because of Black. So I think there's a little less options, and I think that's also why we're seeing more Kid and Jet, like the Kid actual leader popping up. Not a lot of people are running organic, these normal deal-away cards other than blue. So everyone else kind of has to overpower it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to play your Otamas. If you play Gordon, you have to play Gordon.
Absolutely. Yep, well, you learned something today. Kill Kid. That's Shanks did it, and we should have listened to him. Anyway, that is all. No, if you guys are still here, thank you. Please consider doing the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. We will definitely be doing one more match. So we'll do what we always like to do, a little best of 3. So probably next week we'll do the next one. If you guys want to see us play specific leaders, leave them down in the comments. We're really open. If you want me to play King, please tell me to play King, because I have a King list, and it's kind of fun. But literally anything, just let us know down below. And that's all, folks. No, don't copyright us. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Think we can get copyrighted for that? Am I screwed?
No.
Should I get a lawyer?
Yeah, you should definitely lawyer up. Looney Tunes is coming for you.
Do you have a lawyer? What is Sue doing right now?
putting a baby to sleep, I think.
Oh, she doesn't have time for Warner Brothers lawsuit. Got it.
Yeah.